Wrap the starting tail around your index and middle finger. Overlap the yarn and hold it in place with your ring finger. Insert your hook under the bottom yarn. Grab the top yarn with the hook. Then pull the yarn through and twist the hook. Hook the top yarn that you're holding in place with your ring finger and pull it through the loop. This creates the slip knot in your magic ring. This long piece is your working yarn and this short tail is your starting tail. In order for the magic ring to work, you must work your first round of stitches over these two strands. Now you're ready to make single crochet stitches in your magic ring. Insert your hook into the ring, yarn over and bring the hook back out of the ring. There should be 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. Continue making stitches into the magic ring until you have the required number of stitches as per pattern instructions. Here I'm making 6 single crochet in the magic ring. Once you have stitched the required amount in the magic ring, grab the starting tail while also securing the stitches with your other hand. Then pull the tail until all the stitches come together in the center of the ring.
When you crochet in the round without turning your work between rounds, the fabric that you produce will look different on each side, because all the fronts of the stitches will be visible on one side, and all the backs of the stitches will be visible on the other side. As the back of a single crochet stitch is larger than the front, your amigurumi piece will naturally start to form into a cup shape as you crochet, with the larger wrong sides of the stitches on the outside. You can see that my crochet hook is at the back of the piece, and I insert my hook from the inside of the cup shape that forms to the outside to begin each stitch. To turn your work right side out, simply turn it upside down and then flip the cup so it's inside out. Your crochet hook will now be along the front edge of your piece, and you'll insert your hook from the outside to the inside of the cup shape to begin each stitch, and then continue crocheting around.
At your crocheted stitches, the tops of the stitches look like a row of sideways facing V's all connected to each other, and each of these V's forms the front loop and the back loop of the stitch. For a normal single crochet stitch, you'll insert your hook under both the front and the back loops to begin your stitch. If the pattern calls for back loops only, you ignore the front loop and insert your hook directly into the back loop to begin your stitch. If the pattern calls for front loops only, you ignore this back loop and just insert your hook into the front loop of the V to begin the stitch. Working into the front or back loops leaves an unworked loop either on the front or back of your work.
To make a single crochet, you push your hook through the next stitch where you want that single crochet to be in. You yarn over hook and pull through. Notice that you now have 2 loops. You're going to yarn over hook again and pull through both loops. That's 1 single crochet. Push your hook into the stitch that you want to make a slip stitch, yarn over hook, and pull through. Unlike single crochet where you yarn over hook, pull through both loops, for the slip stitch you won't need to yarn over hook again. You're just basically going to pull that first loop through the second loop. Increase typically means making 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So let's focus on that first stitch. I'm going to push my hook in, yarn over hook. Now you have the 2 loops, yarn over hook again and pull through both loops. This is 1 single crochet in that first stitch. To increase, we need to add 1 more single crochet in that same stitch. So I'm going to push my hook in, yarn over hook, pull through, yarn over hook again and pull through both loops. Now you can see we have 1, 2, so 2 single crochet in that same stitch. So this is called an increase. So a decrease is basically you're going to make 1 single crochet that for the 2 stitches. So let me demonstrate. First, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over hook, pull through, and then instead of yarn over hook and pull through both loops, you're going to just insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over hook, pull through. As you can see now, we have 3 loops instead of typical 2. We're going to yarn over hook and pull through all 3 loops and pull it tight. So this is how a decrease look like, because you make 1 single crochet per every 2 stitches. So it reduces the number of stitches you're going to have in this round. It's going to be very similar to how you make a single crochet but slightly different. To begin, you have to yarn over hook before you push your hook through the next stitch. Then you yarn over hook again and pull through. Now yarn over hook once again, and this time pull through all the 3 loops that you have. This is 1 half double crochet. It's very similar to how you would make half double crochet but slightly different. First, yarn over hook and push the hook through the next stitch. Yarn over hook again and pull through. For half double crochet, you're basically going to yarn over hook and then pull through all the 3 loops. But this is where the double crochet is different. So you yarn over hook, but you're only going to pull it through the first 2 loops. So I pull it through the first one, through the second one. And now yarn over hook once again and pull through the last 2 loops. Now you got 1 double crochet.